I hope that you are doing fine. So I want us to look at labor employees cost, especially on the calculation part. So we have a question here. They're saying that Mr. Arwani and Miss Arwani are both artisans in a Ford Motor Manufacturing Company. Mr. Arwani is remunerated at 80 per hour weekly. Mrs. Arwani at 85 per hour. So you can see that these workers are working at this Ford company and they are remunerated per hour. So for normal hours, they are getting 80 and 85. I will only focus on one person and then you will do for the other one. So I will focus on Mr. R1. So if you can check down here on my solution, I have indicated how much normal rate Mr. R1 is getting, which is 8. And then they said both work on an average 40 hours per week as required by the law. So meaning that each and every worker a week, which is Monday to Sunday, they have to meet a normal hours of 40 hours. So let me just adjust here. I'll only do Mr. Arwani. Mr. Arwani. So now, it's working for 80 rand per hour, and normal hours that are required per week is 40 hours. Normally, overtime is remunerated at one whole number over 1/2, which I have already indicated during the class that it's same as 1,5 times the normal rate. You can see here on my normal overtime, I said 1,5 multiplied by 80, meaning that normal overtime, the person is earning 120 rand. And then they indicated that Sunday and public holiday is remunerated at twice normal rate as per South African labor law. So meaning that if you work on Sunday and you also work for public holiday, they will take the normal hours and multiply it by 2, meaning that this person will be getting 160 per hour for Sunday and public holidays. So first of all, everyone must reach 40 hours a week. So that's why you can see the hours that was worked by Mr. Arwani. I have counted them from Monday to Friday. So the hours of Monday to Friday, they are giving me 41. So I mean that already Monday to Friday, before you finish this week, you have already reached the normal hours, which is 40. So you can see, meaning that I have to minus 1. This 1 hour that I'm minusing so that I can left with 140, I'm going to add it on the Saturday, which is 1, meaning that the total hours for Saturday is going to be 3 hours. And then here on the hours Monday to Friday, they can give us now 40 hours. And then meaning that in order to get the basic wage of Mr. Arwani, we are going to say 40 hours multiplied by normal rate, which is 80, as I have already explained that. So let's go to the calculator. 40 hours times 80 is 3.2. 3.2. That is the basic wage of this person. And then normal overtime, as I have already indicated, normal overtime, students, it's always the hours that are left after you have reached the normal hours for a week, Monday to Friday, and then including Saturday. I told you that Sunday is always double overtime, meaning that now, as we have already calculated, this person have extra hours before you work on Saturday of 3 hours. So I'm going to take 3 hours, multiply by 120. case. And then when we multiply by 120, let's check on our calculator. 120 multiplied by 3 hours is 360. And then for double overtime, it's always on Sunday. Sunday it was 2 hours. And you know that for that 2 hours, a person is earning 160. So this person is getting 160 as a normal hours. So we are going to say the 2 hours multiplied by 160, which was worked on Sunday, to see how much is our, how much is it? 320. Our 320. And then we got our double overtime. I'm sure you are following on how I got my hours and how I got my rates as per a certain wages, basic, normal overtime, and double overtime. And then we add all of them to get the total. Is 3.2 plus 360 plus 320, which give me 3,808. 3,808. That is the total of basic growth wages for this person called Mr. R1. And then after that, we need to look for pension fund. So according to the information, they said the following information is in respect of medical aid and pension fund contribution by employer, employee and employer. Medical aid is 10%, pension fund, which is we are looking for 60% of the basic wage per week for both employer and employees. So meaning that pension fund, they are taking 6% for basic wage. How much our basic wage? 3,880, and then we multiply by 6%. Let's see on our calculator. Multiply by 6%. It's gonna give us 232,8. 232,8 or 8. So that is the pension fund. And then in order to get for, remember the pension fund is less, it need to be in brackets. And then meaning that we need to go and say 388,000 minus 232,8 is gonna give us 3,647,2. 3,647,2. This is our taxable income. In order to get the taxable income, you take the growth wages minus the pension fund after you have calculated your pension fund. And then they said you have to less other deductions. So let's look at other deductions, how are being calculated. Medical aid, 10% of basic wage per week for the both employer and employee. So they are taking the medical aid is being calculated on the basic wage. Our basic wage is 3,880, and we are looking for 10% for, which is 3. This is 388, and then we have pay. Let's look for pay. A pay is calculated at 18% of the taxable income. So taxable income, as we have already got it, is 3,647,20. 3,647,20 multiplied by 18 over 100, which is 656, 51. It's gonna be 646. Let me verify. 656, not 646. Let's just take it to 50. or 0.1. I think it's 0.1. When we round this one, it comes to 1. And then we have UIF. Our UIF, we need to check where it's calculated. They said both contribute 1% of the basic wage. So 1% of 3,080 multiplied by 1% is 38.8. 38.8. So this is our other deductions, and then we have to add all of them, which is 38. Let me just say answer. 38.8 plus 646.01 plus 388. So our other deduction is 1,082.81. 1,082.81. Let me just verify. And then less other deductions, you take this amount, you minus from the taxable income, you are going to get the net wages. So it means that because I have already have my answer here, I will say my taxable income is 3,647.20 minus the answer, which gives me 2,564. 2,564.39. So this is how I got this solution. So please go through the video and then also ask where you are not following. I'm sure that this video was